Senzo Meyiwa has been shot dead.
The Bafana Bafana and Orlando Pirates captain was shot dead at the Vosloorus home of singer Kelly Khumalo last night.
There's only one name which matters in Umlazi tonight, and that's the name of Senzo Meyiwa.
The country's soccer stars visiting Senzo Meyiwa's home.
Thousands of mourners gathered at the Mabida Stadium.
Unmarked and unkept. Hardly what you would expect for South Africa's golden boy of football. Senzo Meyiwa was given an official provincial funeral.
The tradition here in KZN is that after burial, you wait for 12 months and then do, depending on the family beliefs and religion, erect a tombstone. So the case is, particularly with this one, was that during the funeral arrangements, Meyiwa Senior informed us that there was a donation he was expecting from a former Kaizer Chiefs player, so that when the right time comes, which is in 12 months, then he will then be erecting a tombstone.
Much has changed since Senzo Meyiwa's death a year ago. While the hype that surrounded his childhood home has long gone, the pain of losing him still lingers.
I got cool too much. I'm still hurting. Even at night we don't sleep. I don't know when we sleep because it looks as if no man is gambona.
Meyiwa's father, Samuel, still carries a deep sadness as his family marks a year since losing their beloved Senzo.
Must have respect, as I know that you do.
Meyiwa's legacy remains etched in the minds of many from his hometown of Umlazi. Vuma Mfeka, Kwamgaga Secondary School's principal for 20 years, recalls the first time Meyiwa, then a teenager, walked into his office.
He was a little short young man. I never thought he was going to be a good goalkeeper because of his height, but it surprised me.
Mfeka admits he was impressed with Meyiwa's discipline and focus.
He really wanted to help the teachers that were running girls' football. He was always accompanying them when they went to train and played. So I saw him as a very enthusiastic young man, and very, very humble.
With a burning desire to see other youths turn professional, Meyiwa co-founded the Jumari Sports Academy in the township, turning to a childhood friend to head it up.
He was like us as township boys. He was playing Land and Cosmos, I was playing Young Pirates, and we used to play together at Umlazi LFA squad.
Dlamini says hearing his dearest friend had been gunned down was one of the most painful moments in his life. But he takes comfort in knowing that Meyiwa lives on in the hearts of the youngsters he coaches.
He was a real inspirer to me. When I see him on TV, I always say I will go there too.
Friendship between Pro Sport International CEO Mike McCabe and Meyiwa came in a very different way. He bumped into the soccer ace while playing for the KZN junior team at the tender age of 14.
That was the first time I saw this wide-eyed little guy who right from that point in his life, there was no doubt in my mind, he had the qualities to become a professional footballer and a top-class one at that.
As destiny would have it, the two crossed paths a few years later, and Meyiwa became the sports agent's client. McCabe remembers an inside joke the pair shared while on a radio show in June 2014.
One of the things we always joked about was the goal that Hlompi Kakani scored against him. And after that match, I phoned him and I I said to him that I thought it was a soft goal, obviously with tongue in cheek, because the ball swerved both ways. At the station, I brought it up, and Senzo said he used to be a striker, and it was only his absolute pity for goalkeepers that made him leave the outfield and become a goalkeeper.
And while many remember the dark day the country lost its football great, Meyiwa's loved ones take solace in being able to celebrate his life.
He made an impact. It doesn't matter how long you live, but what matters most is what is your input in life.
I know he's in a better place, so that's the one consolation that we all have.
He was like someone who's always dancing, who was always shouting and was always happy.
Judith Subban, Durban.